Even if you not to discuss the sacking, but for threatening somebody in life for express in opinion, I think they warrant the widest of condemnation. Where are they? I mean, in our time for them interest groups and come out and say we condemn this kind of threat against the woman. Past Wimsal, who say belong?
No, Stanley, me, I know they say this that woman affect no more. This is not affect for every time.
They talk about the woman because whatever
she
say,
is just being specific.
Say,
okay, probably they don't
take
the
problem
of
one Sierra Leonean. Every Sierra Leonean's life has been threatened. What in concern, not to begin checkmate and say this is not for women, this is not for women. This is about the fundamental freedoms where the constitution enshrine. Somebody don't express her and they don't victimize her. This is a Sierra Leone. If it happen to Umu, it will happen to any one of we there. Why something you chemistry strong? I must say they don't promise for kill you. We don't say that we will life no used to. So you take her now, you just get back me.
All right, so I'll come back to you, Emilia, because what do you think say now the steps away we as aliens and the others for take at this material time. As we talk, nobody know who's a woman day. And able come public for able come public for say any other thing for fear say perhaps they want to go meet them who say don't go seek shelter. What we really the appeal for now for the appeal to women whilst effort is being made by Sludge and other groups them for ascertain the reason for inquiry. But the one around your own personal security and well-being, I think, is very crucial. What do you think so for the ask for that in there?
For me, Stanley, I think one of the things them way we they ask for now for the SLBC, sadly they say the women not even be work for them, and so it not be on contract or whatever it is. And we want, but it don't work like you pick say even if not volunteer, a volunteer for 10 good years.
Not exploitation, not a volunteerism.
No, I just want for me.
Exploitation.
For then aside the volunteer for good 10 years, it means a lot. And so if for any reason waiting do not be go down well with SLBC or SLBC gets pressure from and the powers that be, I think say there be need for caution for say okay, in as much as now your personal line, you do have now your personal blog, but you don't work for the SLBC, and like Darami say, then gets the rules and regulations, then gets the modus of operandi, that kind of thing, for ensure say, this is how we do our thing. When I start initially, I say, it's sometimes difficult for draw the line between your professional life and even your personal life. Some go say, no, the fact remains, if they work for a government institution, he should have not done what he do, and for ensure say, post. But again, I continue for persist and say, this was two sides of the story. Omo initially posted what the president said, waiting the president talk, and the good thing, even analyze the issues by issues as the president be the talker. And that kind of thing. We also for attract a very good number for say, okay, at the age, at the statute and everything, it able for look at government issues and analyze them very well. And then it now come to the second part as a woman where they say, okay, yes, in as much as
a woman, as a Sierra Leonean.
When the
constitution guarantees.
No, I want to be specific.
When they begin to say woman.
No, yes, I will go generic, but let me be specific. Not take this one from
so allow the man.
So I will say, as a woman, go say, because a woman, I'm sure at that time, Umu be they put himself now in the shoe. Say, if not in, beating up na that kind publicly and one for make that kind presentation and he receive that kind, waiting for
hostility
in make. So I'm sure she was coming from that point. So for me, I want to say, if he be do the first one, he gets a lot of accolades, he get a lot of, and funny Stanley, I watch in page. The first one where you do the kind comments them way come, and then when you do the second one. So for me, I would say, even if not out of mistake, let me even assume say, okay, out of pressure, go and do the second one. Maybe one or two people go don't say, hey, but you know, woman, you don't talk good about the president in town meeting. You not see what they do that woman there. Let's even assume, say, maybe out of that day, now they say, okay, let's do this one for this lady. You know, people for be considerate and say, okay, she's a woman. And she might be feeling the same way that lady did experience. Let we know waiting for them. But for me, Stanley, this then go too far. This especially. And I also want to say, with all due respect to the manager of SLBC, that Mr. Sine not address this issue professionally. You know, Andulam in that kind of mature way where he Andulam.
I don't want to let you blame Sine. No, I don't want to blame Sine.
Do not take this from me. UPK, please. Do not take this from me.
Right,
let me present my point. I say, from the point of the manager, even the way where, okay, let's assume the instruction come up from Freetown. You cannot call me on the phone for telling me about a sacking. Yeah, you cannot call me on the phone. Mr. Sine, before he don't be manager once now, SLBC. And he worked with before he left. He then came back as a manager for the second time and he meets na SLBC. So, if he gets an instruction from Freetown, HQ for say, sack this woman, could that be on a phone call? That Mr. Sine for call a phone call for communicate that kind of thing to her? This is where I am coming from. I'm not blaming Mr. Sine for sacking That is not my point I'm making. Because he is not in charge. I have problem with the approach.
Okay.
That can be problem.
So,
you know, in fact, automatically, it gets in your psychological trauma.
So you feel say Sine himself not touch, or what about the minister or whoever?
Mr. UPK, this is my point. I say,
me no see Sine just a mere pawn in the picture. Let me look at it in the person waiting.
No. I'm addressing issues by step.
Wherever decision.
Thank you very much.
But nobody has decision.
Because listen, UPK. I say my point now. My point, I will continue to make it clear. Whether not even the president be called Mr. Sine.
Absolutely.
For tell and for sack.
Instead they no right they call them caller. So that the same
the general manager of SLBC now he calls Sine for tell him. I say, and I will stand on it, and nobody will take it from me, that the approach when Mr. Sine used, having known for over the years, and he don't work under and directly, that phone call conversation, and before you could know it, he dropped the call. That was unprofessional, I would say. He should have not done that one on that particular note.
All right, so
for me, I'll be the expert as a father to say, can you come to the office? I have this message and that kind of thing, and so, and then you go. So me, I say, approach where Mr. Sine, I'm not saying Mr. Sine I sack I'm saying wherever he got the instruction from, the approach we use for deliver the message to was wrong.
All right, so
that's my take.
Now I want to, because time they catch up with waiting we collectively now, or waiting each and every one of us this program think say for the next step, the consideration now. When you talk about women's equality, not about going back to SLBC, we probably with all of these, go get that space there, go enjoy the job any longer. But then the issue of calling out there one day we they send death threats to women. We don't make even decide we don't. All these years don't become one place where they don't so fearful for come back and continue life. So we do think say for be at all levels for be the call now for let women go able to enjoy in peace and quietness and come back and live a normal life. Not even talking about getting her back to SLBC. I mean, the final bite on this.
Yeah, well, me final bite now. In a toxic situation like this one, the blame them will continue. But in all of this, I just pity the young woman. The young woman in the sense that even when you look at the labor laws of the state, you have been
for donkey years.
Yeah, you know.
And now a graduate in mass communication,
Exactly.
Like and any other person.
So we talk about SLBC. We know they talk about SLBC within Biton. The one I'm McKinney. The one way, even if you wake me middle night, I will tell you the one the conditions of studies. So it's a pity, but whosoever they will threaten that young lady. And let me tell you something. Let people listen to this carefully. The police don't tell me recently, say the complaint they will don't replace assault now, bullying.
Yes, cyberbullying.
Bullying.
So sad.
Now I say why? I say, well, most of the muscular guys that we involved into that one, they don't turn the muscle now into the using
technology.
And the complaint and plenty. But what do you mean they want people then? You know, investigation per cyber now the same like a traffic. Before ever then take you to court, then we don't present the evidence to you. We then get for go prosecute. Because there is a matter there where I see somebody calls in company where you think say this they keep a man using other person's phone. The one way, yes, indeed, in no. Now like a way you trust you, no more. Well, no. We not get any issue with that. Who that they bring in, and they all get the phone. Because now from and the cost come out. Whether now you do or not you do. And so this back they come back to one we say we for be very, very careful how they take care of stuff then. But on a very honest note, you not gonna know how that one day painful, how down they don't claim lives. You don't lead some people into depression, cyberbullying. You don't lead some people for take their own life. And are they sorry for women then wait online? And I'll tell you the truth. Me say what she don't answer because they persistently, consistently, permanently they use Miguel Pikin in photo as my profile picture. Man, they toast me. Then they toast me. Then they toast me to an extent and they use bad word them for me. Feel the same now, but I just laugh and block them. When you block them and they go around because sim some man get 30, 40 sims. So I just they talk to the young lady, whosoever they be now, we go support you. She need Mami Django, please do something about this young woman. And I go forget and hope that it is not all over. And now let it take the comments and the positive comments them, but let it leverage on them and move on with your life. I don't know what we get for say.
All right, UPK.
First of all, me, I go one for tell Umu, plainly say let's forget about SLBC. And let's say that the president now called the director general. That in itself an arrangement in hell, not correct. It's not fundamental freedom. You know, in a democracy, what you they talk to are not like them. But me for ready for die. For depend what you they talk say, you get right for say. I mean, if this government, the pride itself, as one way don't repeal a lot of the obnoxious laws we don't gag freedoms for over the years, for let them can sack ordinary let them sack right? For just this. What about the praise? Is it journalists? Is it praise? Why would they want anybody would think of that? Me, another thing. What's up for me is in a small fish. The big fish we call them. It's safe. Whether not president, whether not the director general, whether not the chairman of Podo, I think this arrangement we then think of not hell. They not deserve that. Then this they make they convince the town hall now been praise and governance not to praise. If not praise, even when you did you oppose Mr. Master, you will oppose you one day. So waiting at this thing, why the one that they hire for 13 homo in life, it left to them. And like people say, cyberbullying, very serious crime now. But Salon will change. So then tomorrow, you will find yourself in the same situation. That psychological torture and mental slavery, where the subject now did it to, it will come to haunt you. Me, we all are citizens of Sierra Leone. This is not a human business. This now every Sierra Leonean, when the right of one citizen is under attack, all of us are under attack, and we should be worried.
All right, Emilia, make your final bites on this, and then we'll wrap up just 10 minutes with the August 10.
Okay, so for me, I just want to say to Umu, wherever it is, and probably they follow we and they discussion say, let it stay calm, let it stay put, And to those where they threaten I want for make them know say they are not solving a problem at all. And like QPK, they say this is not the way democracy runs. Everybody forget the right for making your opinion. Even if you not like them, we go agree and disagree. There is not all the time. I always say anybody where they praise me pass mark, I not like them. Anybody who I get, we not get mind for watch me na me eye and tell me say, Emilia, this way you dey do it wrong. You always they clap for me. You always they tell me say I'm doing well. Even when maybe my conscience they tell me say I'm not correct. Not to paddy. And I don't want that paddy day. Yes, I don't want that paddy day. So for me, I want for that we also look at them from that point of view day. And so the SLBC management from top, from Freetown, for make them know say this is not good.
From the minister,
this is very, very alarming that a lady who don't serve una for over 10 years, you know, can just be thrown away just like that, whatever it is. And so one for say, so again, like I continue for saying, so every other woman group, like you rightly say, Stanley, we don't see a lot of issues that don't come up, and we see the kind of momentum where it take. Is it because Umude na Makeni? Is it because Naya Umude? We want for challenge. We all say we all have a responsibility. Today it might be Umu. Today it might be another person, you know, and everybody, they do things at a point in time without even knowing that you are hurting somebody. And we want for say, so the government of Sierra Leone, we believe in His Excellency, in leadership for say it promote open communication, it promote press freedom. Let that thing they not water down by some of them things that are where they happen. So women them not the media.
All right, we certainly go follow up on this in we next edition with the therefore get right groups for also continue the talk around the issues of press freedom and the SLBC sacking of Omotoranka. Subsequently, we will try to get other rights groups for then lend them voice into this injustice to Omo. So I think we they're about for bring the cutting down, but we not go do so in a week. We mark 2 years. The August 10, 2 years. We witnessed killings and some people still remain hospitalized, some disabled. And the lessons, we Sierra Leoneans for land for standing up for the wrong reasons for politicians. We not prepare for bringing their own picking and putting up at the front, even when they need they for do so. So 2 years on, Darami.
Well,
The memories are still fresh.
Yeah, being a Muslim, they not permit me for make we feel like say we do bida, like I say we worship the dead, or maybe another make them say let me hold the bad people and Lord we let we not use masked graves, but I did take upon myself now say one, we for make dua for those we lost. The recriminations then continue. There are details that we some of they look out for. We take it no can. But we also not go on for awaken the wounded day, but like say the healing process day, people they recover so hard as it is, but they calling it again. I don't know how people and coping mechanism will look like. So for me, I just want to say let them take heart. Now Allah take inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Kullu nafsin zaikatul maut. Allah they give and they take back. And anyone part we get for taste death. Nobody, even those, they already follow this now, Elon Musk, with all in gentle, they say, atheists, they don't believe, say God day. But they quote one side of the Bible, they say, if you like your neighbor, just like I like yourself. Then shock for somebody, success now, the world can make people and take life for granted and say, they succeed because of themselves. You understand? So for me, I just want to call on the people, let them take heart, and let there be lessons learned. I think, say, then don't they let go of that because not to say some you want for do but they felt helpless and they had no choice. But Allah they and inshallah Allah na the biggest judge.
Honestly, I always tell you when they will die that me in Africa I believe say the dead they get power. Let them fight for themselves. The one that we kill, we push them to an early grave, let them pursue them. so that they self no go no peace. And what happened in McKinney now, as I get more and more, 2 years on, I don't understand. We New Cosmos, a South African writer, we divide societies into good and bad citizens. We were then a McKinney, we were the Freetown, we don't say we're not bad citizens. You get for take them how they handle the law. Otherwise, in vengeance, it will be more severe than if you're not good citizen, where they go or Kenema or Kailao.
Emilia.
Stanley, I want to say continue for say may the soul of the one them way we die continue for rest in peace.
Let it not rest, let him fit.
And so we will left, especially the young people them, see this as an lesson for each and every one of we. That don't mean say we cannot demand for what is right. That don't mean say we cannot stand for what is right. That don't mean say we no go ask we government them to be accountable or whatever. We no go protest, but we say we do in a way where nobody no go fall victim. We do in a way where nobody no go die, and then also from the side of the government that this is a lesson. We don't see protests and they happen in other parts of the country, other side them. We don't see things then they go on, but their actions also get for that way we no go they recall waiting with the recall so now. Like waiting that I say we don't want for talk like so want for awakening, the memories of people, but also this could be an action call Stanley for ask the necessary questions that has justice been served. Those which be at the greatest responsibility, waiting at the actions them, waiting at the things them with the people the way we did now sell, people the way we did now call, waiting they go on. All of them things they are things they are questions the way we still go on for ask, so people not just feel say, okay, it has happened, it has ended, and just like that it goes. But by and large, you want to say, let we all as Sierra Leoneans continue for be peaceful and become loving people of Sierra Leone.
All right, it's worth reflecting back 2 years on after August 10. Well, I think Fambulem, the topic on President Biarias na the Security Council, we will delay on for the next edition because we need more than the time we will get now.
Absolutely.
So now all this will get them for inside this edition of the program Media Junction. We come your way through the means way you get to. For you, we've been doing a radio land in the Kabbalah, you've been get to in Shalom Radio and Bintimani Radio. Falaba, Shalom Radio, Katbame Radio na Tonkolimba, Kolentena Kambia Radio na Poloko, Konikena Makali, Numbara na Bumbona, Kentuna Kamakwe, and from we Standard Broadcasting House. From we Standard Broadcasting House, na Makini Kabbalah Highway, back of the hotel. Well, today at the Junction, we get Mohamed Elba, who is the Communications Director for the National Disaster Management Agency, NDMA, and we get His Worship the Mayor of Makini, Abaka Kamara Lamtes, as guest to the Junction today. Well, traditionally, Emilia Kamara Django,
I want to talk about me now with me close.
The woman and the Mortimer right get the Junction. Ibrahim Darami Cantona, the civil society here.
Point the camera to me now.
Well, of course, UNICEF Patrick Kamara, we glad himself in the green, white, and blue love for Sierra Leone.
Absolutely.
We now we politically social comment. So
excessive patriotism.
Stanley Bangoa Junior, we've been there before the program. So today, the next 8 to 10, we will bring the broadcast 5 to 7 tomorrow morning and Wednesday from 10 to 12 midnight. I want to say, no, just be happy, have a pleasant Sunday, and goodbye.
Thank you.